The year was 1938. The housing market was in a deep decline as a result of the Great Depression. The federal government had passed laws to assist local communities in clearing slums and providing low-cost affordable housing for the poor. Because of this, the Akron Metropolitan Housing Authority was formed to help Akron accomplish these goals. Jump ahead to 1940. Most of the slums were demolished and a 276-unit housing development along the Little Cuyahoga River was built and opened. This was Elizabeth Park, AMHA's first project in Summit County. 65 years later, in 2005, a partnership was built between AMHA and the Community Builders, Inc., a nonprofit housing developer from Boston, Massachusetts, to replace the high-density, crumbling buildings with a townhome-style mixed-income community. Mixed-income housing brings people together of all incomes and from different walks of life to live in one community. Aided by a $50 million Hope 6 grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the redevelopment of the Elizabeth Park neighborhood began. So what does a mixed-income community look like, you ask? How does a mixed-income community work? Today, almost 500 individuals call Cascade Village home. This is my home, and this is our story.
My name is Joy Wilson, and I'm a Cascade Village resident for about 6.5 years now. I am a single mother of 2 twins, a boy and a girl.
My name is Trista Powers. I am an assistant professor of English at Cuyahoga Community College, and I am a former employee of the Community Builders, Inc. I worked as an education specialist here at Cascade Village a couple years ago.
My name is Bobby or Robert or Towns, and I prefer to be called Pops. I am a rich person. And most people don't understand when I say rich, when they see me looking like I look, because I don't look rich. But I'm rich because I've been blessed by the Lord so many times with so many good things in my life. I've had 3 businesses that I can truly say were great. They functioned well and did well. I have a great wife. I have 7 children. We have like 25, 26 grandchildren. And my life is just plain wonderful. And I'm thankful and grateful that I did get the chance to move in here because it's been an experience in here too.
My name is Charlie Somtraku. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a restaurant in downtown Akron. It's called Cilantro.
I am the youngest of 10 children. There were 5 girls and 5 boys. 3 of my siblings are currently deceased, just losing one in 2013 of November. My mother is still living, my father is deceased, and I have 2 children that I adore, and I hope they adore me.
My name is Candace. I am a single mother of a soon-to-be 10-year-old boy. I have lived in Cascade Village for 8 years. I am a social worker. I house the homeless for a living, and I really like to spend a lot of time at home. I'm a bit of a homebody, just because it's so comfortable there. I like to run, and which is great because where I live, you know, it provides that opportunity. And I'm just an easygoing type of girl.
I am a single parent. I have a 21-year-old son, a 4-year-old daughter, and I've been blessed with a 2-year-old grandson as well as a 2-month-old grandson.
We all have different stories, but one segment is all the same. How did you come to call Cascade Village your home?
I remember when they were being built, and I remember driving by them with my mother, and I said, how lucky would I be to be able to move into one of those apartments? And I'd never thought it would happen. And I had just moved. I transferred from Ohio State. I didn't really have anywhere to go. I was kind of knocked off the totem pole, and so I was just trying to get started again. And I got the opportunity, and when they showed me the apartment and said it was mine, I just knew I was blessed and I wasn't going anywhere for a very long time.
My husband and I came to live in the Akron area after we had to file bankruptcy in Maple Heights. My daughter owned a 4-bedroom house in Akron, so she said, why don't you guys come live with us? So that's what we did. We came and lived with her, and then through that, a friend of ours moved into Cascade Village, and when we saw how beautiful it was here, we decided that this is where we wanted to make our home too.
I was living in a house that was not suitable or habitable for living, so Cascade Village was recommended to me. I came and I looked at it, I liked it, and so here I am.
I've been living on North Hill my whole life. I'm born and raised on North Hill. And once I saw that these apartments were available, it was perfect because the majority of my immediate family lived in North Hill.
And when I moved up to Akron, I also have moved into Cascade Village back in 2009.
What keeps you at Cascade Village?
If somebody would have told me that I'd be living down bottom, which is what they call it, I would have laughed, like, please. But the way that they revamped the community, the way that they helped me graduate from college when I didn't have any other way, unbelievable.
This is really the only place I've lived this long, going on 7 years. And really the only place that I've lived where I've known this many neighbors, where I have been involved in so many activities, community activities, volunteering.
I just have such admiration and respect because she is an advocate for her children. And so I was going to be absolutely right there next to her as much as I could be to support her.
By being there with me, and also during that journey of trying to get him back on track, just lit a fire back up under me. Mm-hmm. It's not the fire was gone, it was just dimming out. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're where I want them to be right now.
I am the Girl Scouts troop leader here at Cascade Village. Volunteer as the co-troop leader even after my employment at Cascade Village because Cascade Village reflects a strong, tight-knit community where individuals have so many opportunities to be involved.
Very convenient for me. It's within walking distance to the restaurant as well. On a nice, beautiful day in the spring, it might take a good 10-15 minutes of a nice walk. If you don't have a transportation of your own, buses are passing the bus line. It's right in the front of the apartment units too, which is very, very convenient. The neighborhood also is very safe. I think that it will be a good place to raise a family or to just stay. One of my employees who worked with us since day one, and she also lived in the same community as well. She has a daughter, and she's a single parent. She actually really enjoyed having her daughter engage into the community's activities, daycares. There's some dancing class and some painting class that the community has to offer.
Since we've been here, we've started a Black Watch meeting where we meet the second Thursday of every month with our neighbors to make sure that everybody is they're safe and happy, and we take care of business. We see what needs to be done within our community and make sure that our community is safe. And safety is a big issue for us because my husband and I have both been under the attack of hate crimes. And with us going through those experiences in our life, it has brought us to a point where we want everybody else to be safe.
this is one of the best places to live. They have an awesome daycare. My daughter is one of the first children to start at the daycare, and she loves it. She loves it. I wish they actually had a school down in the community center, because Janae would never leave. She would be graduating from the community center on North Street if she could.
This past December, around Christmas time, Stephanie and I were both going through losses.
I had, a very trying end of the year last year, and, I was going through a lot, had a lot of deaths in my family. So I was not able to go out and get a Christmas tree and put up decorations, and do all those things that I should have done for my 4-year-old daughter, because it was during the holiday seasons that I lost my mom and my sister.
So I was so hurt that she had lost those many people in her family, and that she was not even up to decorating. So I called Lowe's in Montrose, and I explained to the gentleman what the situation was, and I said I would like to get a Christmas tree with the trimmings. So I was able to go out and find a live little tree, and he gave me decorations as well. So I was really, really pleased when I got back home, and she was home.
So later that evening, I'm sitting at home with my daughter, and I get a knock on the door. I open the door. Who is it? Barbara, with the Christmas tree. Not just a tree, she had all the trimmings, the decorations, the lights, the garland. It was just awesome. I mean, I cried for the rest of the evening. It was just so amazing. It just touched my heart in so many ways. I couldn't believe it.
And the look on her face was just absolutely astonishing, to think that somebody would do that. So, I mean, I love my neighbors. I would do anything in the world for them, and she just happened to have been the one that needed the help at the time. I volunteered Cascade Village there again because of the people. The first group that I created was Janie Laney, So You Think I'm Different, and that's for the younger ladies, to teach them that you don't have to be persuaded or bullied into doing anything that you don't want to do. And then the Empowerment for Special and Fabulous Women, that's for the women, of course, and that's primarily the same thing. We just kind of motivate each other.
I live right next door to Miss Barbara, and she's like the house mother, if you will, of our area. She looks out for my son when he comes home from school. If she's cooking and there's extra food, she's bringing it over. She's making sure that everything is okay and that we stay involved. We kind of look out for each other. We're all like family.
I like putting on the Ritz. That is my signature event, putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz involves us dressing up, eating good food. Putting on the Ritz actually is a kickoff for tax season. But Vern has informed me that the tax season part gets a little smaller and smaller. So that's what it's actually started out being. And this was my 3rd year of doing putting on the Ritz.
The scenery is beautiful. Again, the people, the staff, everything about it. I mean, it's clean. You couldn't ask for a better place to live. I don't plan on going anywhere for a very long time. I'm very lucky to live at Cascade Village.
Awesome. That's how I describe Cascade Village in one word. Awesome.
It's the most amazing community in Akron.
So I love it.
Yes.
It's awesome, wonderful, home.
How I would describe Cascade Village in a phrase, I think Pharrell Williams did it better. I'm happy. I'm happy.